Insert what I believe is better than Ebikes Onewheel. What is up, guys? Jesse here with Adventure Endeavor, and today we have another video. I love making videos, super fun to me. I love to share my experiences, things I've learned, this and that. This one is definitely different, but I feel like it could be useful for a lot of you full-time travelers. In the RV world, e-bikes are a super big deal, and a lot of people have them. There's all sorts of varieties of e-bikes, and to be honest, we have tried a couple, and we haven't really been super stoked on them. One of the reasons we're not stoked on them is they're typically pretty big, heavy, and bulky, and they're good for commuting, but they're not great for like mountain biking. We love mountain biking. We love doing downhill, pedal up, whatever have you. We have two full suspension mountain bikes that we typically run on the front of our truck, and we use them all over the country, and they're great for bikes. They're not so great for commuting for us because we have two kids and it is difficult to then insert what I believe is better than e-bikes Onewheel. In this video, I want to break down what the Onewheel is, why I like it, why I might not like it, all the pros and cons of something like this, a Onewheel, over e-bike for RV life. So just for context on myself and Melissa, our background with things board related. So I grew up skateboarding. I skateboarded for many, many years. Had all sorts of skateboards, you know, it was in the 90s, loved it. It was my everyday thing growing up. When I got a little older, I started to snowboard. I've been snowboarding since about 13 years old, and in the past few years, I kind of stopped just because it's a little tricky with RV life. Melissa, when we first met, we were both into snowboarding, so she has snowboarded for, I don't know, 10 plus years as well, and we have kind of slowed down on the snowboarding aspect as well together. This board is a combination of skateboarding, surfing, and snowboarding. And here it is in all of its glory. This is a Onewheel, as you can see right here. This is a GT model. This was their flagship model a few years ago, and this board has a range of 30 miles per charge according to Onewheel, and it can go up to 20 miles per hour according to Onewheel. I bought it used, and so far it's been great. It has a lot of upgrades like different foot pads, a carbon fiber fender, these front wheels over here which are called fangs, and it comes with a built-in front light and a rear light. It does have an off-road grippy tire here. I think it might be better than an e-bike for some people. I'm sure some people are saying, oh, a bike is way less dangerous or it's more versatile. Well, I'm going to try and tell you why I think this is versatile for us, for our family. This is actually my second board. Before this GT, I had a Pint X, and the Pint X was great because it was smaller and lighter, but it was a little more squirrely. It had less torque and less range. So that's why I upgraded to this board. And so far, I'm very, very impressed with this board. The whole idea of the Onewheel started from Lincoln, our 3-year-old. We were at a skate park in Frisco, Colorado, and he was riding his balance bike and I was pushing Hudson around in the stroller, and we were having a good time. And then Lincoln's watching all the people skating in this skate park, and he's like, we should get a skateboard, is what he said. I thought it was hilarious, obviously. And then so I started to kind of go down the rabbit hole of like, would a skateboard work? I used to skate. I was like, oh, I could get a cool like pool carving board, like a nice 80s like wide board. And then I was like, ooh, what about electric skateboard? Because, you know, this day and age, everything's electric. And I was like, I can commute a little bit more with it. And then I started to kind of look at all the different options, and I came across these Onewheels, and I was like, oh, okay. People say it's like surfing, skating, snowboarding. I was like familiar with that. I also used to wakeboard quite a bit when we would take the family boat out in the summers. So I started looking, and I started with the Pint X because I wasn't sure how much we would use the board. The Pint X is a much, not cheaper, it's just a lower level. It has less range, it's smaller, weighs about 27 pounds compared to the GT that weighs about 35 pounds. So I was like, okay, it's more mobile for our lifestyle, this and that, and it'll be easier to carry into stores. So we got the Pint X, and honestly, it was great. It was a little tricky to learn in the beginning. It took me a couple hours. Once I felt good after a couple hours, it was easy. It's like I'd been riding it forever, but I have a lot of boarding history in my life per se. Then what we really changed the game for us is when we started to ride the board and push our kids' stroller. It really added a whole nother element that we didn't even think about to commuting essentially with this board. You know, we just spent almost a year with our dually only, and lots of times it's our only vehicle. So we have this giant truck that's a dually. It has bikes on the front, so it's even longer. It's hard to park, and it's our only vehicle. So lots of times we would go into town, and like I would want to do one thing and Melissa would need to do another thing, or vice versa, and we were kind of stuck using one car. Insert the Onewheel and the stroller. So for me, it was really nice because I could get dropped off or park further away from like a downtown or a park, and all I had to do is bring the stroller, bring my helmets for the kids, and bring the Onewheel, and it allowed us to create a good amount of range for ourselves and a little bit more independence from the dually for Melissa and or myself. We started riding it quite a bit, using it a lot. I built a mount that actually goes on the back of our stroller, which is super convenient for when I go into a store with the kids. I can throw it on the mount, and then I can basically push the kids in the stroller, walk to the store, do grocery shopping, what have you. I even strap Lincoln's bike to the side at times in case he wants to ride his bike. So for us, it became almost an essential part of the way we travel. It is super fun and convenient when you're at a campground because you can cruise around these campgrounds, explore, and it just gives you more range. Like, we love walking and we do morning walks every day, but on top of that now, we can extend things. We can extend walks. I can use the Onewheel with the stroller if there's a very steep, long hill, let's say, and we're struggling and we don't want to go up that steep, long hill, as we can just walk up it, and one of us can take the Onewheel with the stroller and the kids and zip right up it. We have also used this Onewheel for scouting boondocking locations. We are in a very big fifth wheel, and we don't have a chase car. Well, we do now, but we didn't have a chase car for a while. And so we'd pull in a boondocking spot, and we're like, man, can we go up there? Are we gonna get stuck? Or is it gonna get too tight? Are there even any spots available? And now we can pull over at the entrance to a boondocking area. I can hop out and hop on the Onewheel, enjoy a nice fun ride, and go scout these areas. And I do realize that some people might think, well, it's more dangerous than a bike. Yes and no. I mean, bikes break. You can still get hit by a car on a bike. And for us, it's the portability that really sold the Onewheel for us. It fits in the back seat. It's easy to grab out. You don't have to unfold it. You don't have to put it on a big bike rack. And when you're not using it, it's not inconvenient like e-bikes are. E-bikes are super inconvenient if you're not using them, if you don't use them enough. And now, I'm not affiliated with Onewheel whatsoever. I bought this with my own money, and honestly, I just love it, and I wanted to make a video about it and share it. We've also had a lot of people asking, what is it, you know, and asking so many questions, so it's easier for us to put it all in this video. So the board is hefty. This model weighs 35 pounds, and that's because of the motor and the batteries. Obviously, they put a bigger battery, so it has more range. And as far as riding it, to start the board, you turn it on and you'll see the lights come on. So that light is saying, hey, I'm on. And then the key with this board is you put your back foot on, whether you're goofy or regular. And once you stand on, it's gonna stabilize you and it's gonna allow you to ride the board. So in this front pad here, there are 2 sensors. So there's a sensor on this side. You can see how the blue light lights up on the left side, and then it will light up on the right side. And in order to engage the sensor, you need to have both sides activated. And I think, there we go. My hand is just barely big enough to hit both sensors at the same time. And then when you hit both, it will stabilize. All right, hopefully my filming's okay. I'm not gonna be watching what my camera is doing too much because I don't wanna fall, but we're standing 1 foot on, we're engaging the sensor, and then you lean forward and you kind of commit in a sense, and it stabilizes you, and then you can ride. And then it's just gonna be a lot of heel and toe action to do your different turns. So I'm leaning on my heels, then I'm leaning on my toes to turn. And this is all obviously past experiences from boarding. So I'm just here in my dad's front yard, and obviously I need to pay attention to some extent, but I can ride here and I feel very stable because this board, this GT has a wider tire as well. It's a wider and taller tire. So it's much more stable than the Pint X was. Obviously, they make different boards for different reasons. With the Pint X, they say it's good for kids and it's very good for commuting, like if you're in a city a lot. But since I have the stroller and I am able to attach my board to the stroller, I wasn't really worried. So like I said, we absolutely love it. It's integrated very well into our family and our routine. And then also, now that I'm here in Southern California staying with my parents for a little bit, I'm using this board as a second vehicle. We do have our second vehicle now, but this is really fun to do little quick errands that are close and nearby. And the kids like it too. And it's really fun when Lincoln's on his bike, or if we go to the park, I will ride the Onewheel with Lincoln on it with me. Obviously we have him wear a helmet, but it's fun riding it together. And it's been a really good family experience and a good commuter experience. And I just like to open people's minds to something different than e-bikes. I think that it's easier to get on, it's less equipment required, it's less maintenance, and it's smaller, and it still has killer range, and it goes 20 miles per hour. I've never gone 20 because I'm not crazy like that. But let me know in the comments, do you think this is something you'd be interested in? Do you think it is on a similar level as an e-bike? Do you think it's something that more RVers should be using? I'm curious, let me know. Thanks for watching. All right, so now I want to show you guys how I ride it with the kids. I mean, it's extremely easy, but I just want to show you how versatile it is and how tight I can turn, like with the stroller. So I just hop on, the kids are typically in the stroller, and you just go. It truly is a game changer. It truly is a game changer for us. Now you're probably asking yourselves, do I do that with the kids in there? And yes, I do it all the time. I don't know who gets dizzier, me or the kids, but it's fun. It's a conversational piece. It works very, very well, and we're just excited about it.